Welcome to News Now Alberta. This is Special Ed. Today we're looking at a teen that was shot by a cop for running away from a gunman. So this teen was not the gunman. He was just running away because he heard shots.
Cops fatally shoot a black teenager who's running for safety. Here's the video. Put it up full mass. It took 1 second for a San Diego police officer named Daniel Gold to shoot and kill a black teenager who was running away from another teen who had been shooting at him.
So no gun in his hands. He was running away from the cop, like on the side. He wasn't running towards the cop, so I don't know how the cop felt threatened. He shot him like on the side, it looks like, because the kid was running. Like, this is not a justified shooting anywhere.
San Diego police say they found a gun concealed under the teen's clothing after shooting him. But body camera footage released Friday shows the teen never threatened the police with the gun.
And that's what they're going to use for their defense. Well, the guy did have a gun. Yeah, it was tucked away. He didn't brandish the gun. He never had the gun in his hand. Like, that's not a defense.
Nor was he even holding the gun in his hands. The incident took place just shortly before 9 p.m. on January 28th at the Santa Fe Depot, a Union train station in downtown San Diego. The police say they were responding to an unrelated 911 call of an assault and battery when one cop standing on the west side of the train station reported on his radio that he heard gunshots. Gold was on the east side of the station walking south on the sidewalk when he heard the call for shots fired, prompting him to turn back and start running north on the sidewalk. Meanwhile, the teen was running through a corridor from the west side of the station to the east side when he emerged onto the sidewalk directly in front of Officer Gold, who already had his gun drawn. Gold, whoa, yelled out Gold while opening fire before yelling San Diego police. Gold then appears to turn off his body camera. Police later told local media that Gold opened fire after he encountered the teen and also said that a firearm was located concealed under clothing in the juvenile's right thigh area. But that still does not justify the shooting under existing law. Before I continue with the sad narrative of what has happened, you see the sad reaction from law enforcement. Number one, Officer Gold on the scene decides to shoot first, ask questions never. The young teen was running away from the same gunshots. Here's the other dynamic. The police, once they were aware that this teenager was shot without justification, what do? They then provide a narrative so that you can buy into the actions of the cop.
Like I said, they're going to try everything for their defense. Oh, he did have a gun, and that's what they want you to know. And how come the cop shut off his body cam? I mean, this was a shooting. Your body cam should stay on until everything is done.
He was armed. He had a weapon. He's a teenager. He's at the scene. The officer encountered him and then opened fire. There's more. Police have not explained a possible motive behind the first shooting, but say they arrested the shooter on the 6th of February but have not released his name because he is also 16 years old. The shooter and the other person ran north, while the black teen who was shot ran south and into the corridor of the train station. The black teen was shot within 1 second of emerging from the corridor onto the sidewalk on the other side of the building. He was pronounced dead at the local hospital. Put up the chief. San Diego Police Chief Scott Well. Scott said in a statement, quote, "While it's never easy to watch this kind of footage, our department remains committed to transparency and ensuring a fair, thorough, independent investigation. The shooting is being investigated by the San Diego Sheriff's Office under a county policy that restricts law enforcement agencies from restricting their own officers." It's laughable. It's laughable to suggest that the county sheriff's office is actually an independent, arbitrarily independent police organization. When the reality is, not only do they share cops, they share task force, they share a budget, and obviously they work together every single day. It's laughable. The police chief comes up. Put the chief back up. The chief said, and I quote, "While it's never easy to watch this kind of footage, our department remains committed to transparency." Wait a minute, sir. If your department is committed to transparency, why is it that you all left out the pertinent details in the first report of the teenager who was dead? Why did you back the cop who did this instead of being truthful to the community that the individual who was shot by the police was running away from the same danger that the police were investigating? You knew it that day. So here we are. Police investigating the police. There's no adversarial agency whatsoever. And when they find that, well, the cop may have violated protocol, so we're going to give him retraining and possibly paid suspension. When that happens, understand the why. The fix was in from the beginning. Now, hopefully there's enough political pressure to get it outside of that local jurisdiction. Maybe there's a family connected to this young man who unfortunately is dead and should be alive that will file a wrongful death lawsuit, taking it out of the jurisdiction of local authorities, at least in the civil phase. You can get some truth on the record. But it's laughable to suggest, once again, that a San Diego Police Department can be properly investigated by their big homies in the sheriff's office. It's a damn shame.
So cops investigating cops. We all know where that's going to go. They never released that this kid was running away from a gunman. They just basically said that they shot a man with a gun.
All right, sharing thoughts here.
They're all obstructing justice, and it is laughable, as you said, Doc. And if you want to be transparent, show your ass up in front of cameras and reporters and answer some questions here. You lied. Omission is lie. That's why the pertinent facts weren't in there, because he's a lawyer, and this is obstructing justice. And it's a shame that we have to do more slow singing and flower bringing and pray for justice for another dead black kid.
Yep. That's right. And I've seen some of the rhetoric online. Well, why did he have a gun? Because obviously he needed one. He was running away from gunshots and then get shot by the damn police. He obviously needed a damn gun. And if he felt safe in that community because of the effective investigative prowess of law enforcement, he wouldn't feel the need to have that kind of protection on him. Wake up.
Now, I don't know the fact about him needing a gun. I really don't know if he needed a gun. The thing is that he never brandished it. He never brought it out. It was never a question about him being armed.
Wake up. We don't live in an ideal world. So you want to blame a teenager who was trying to get away from gunfire. He gets killed by the man who was supposed to be there to protect him. All right. All right. We bring up they says to come.
So this is sad. Another teen losing his life for a cop shooting him within 1 second from when the cops saw him. He didn't even say San Diego police. He said that after he shot the kid. And then he turned off his body cam, so you don't know what happened after that. Like, this is crazy. What do you think of this? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.